It is well known that tobacco is very harmful, yet there are tobacco advertisements everywhere. What's worse is that many of these advertisements target children and youth. Children are exposed to tobacco advertising from very early ages through advertising in movies, TV shows, magazines, stores, and websites. Many small children are able to recognize tobacco logos. In fact, one study showed that 91% of 3 and 6-year-olds across America were able to recognize Joe Camel, who appeared on the back of Marlboro cigarette packages. It also showed that 68% of 2,400 5 and 6-year-olds in Brazil, China, Russia, Nigeria, Pakistan, and India recognized at least one tobacco logo. The fact that not all of these children had smokers in the family and still recognized the logos shows how prominent tobacco advertisements are. Many major tobacco companies target youth, especially those that are in minorities, those who have never smoked before, and those that are in less affluent countries. Tobacco companies still market their advertisements towards youth, despite the Master Settlement Agreement, when they agreed to stop marketing to people under the age of 18, using outdoor and cartoon advertisements, and to pay a large fine. In 2003, the World Health Organization created an international treaty that limits the marketing power of tobacco companies, but many countries and companies do not respect this treaty. In fact, the number of advertisements in youth-targeted magazines, such as Rolling Stone, Mademoiselle, Premiere, Cosmopolitan, and Sports Illustrated, has actually grown despite both of these agreements. Tobacco companies do this by looking for loopholes, such as the fact that it is not specifically stated how they are allowed to advertise, and by advertising in magazines that have many youth readers, but not quite enough to be considered youth-targeted. If they are able to addict people to tobacco at a young age, then they are likely to get addicted for life, giving the tobacco companies a lot of money. One of the most popular ways that tobacco companies do this is through flavored cigarettes. They are enticing to teens and even small children. The large production of tobacco and sweet flavors that are attractive to children and teens has led to a rise in youth smoking, and flavored products have proved to be very successful for tobacco companies. They made up over 40% of the market in 2013. Flavored tobacco is especially popular among first-time smokers and youth. 81% of teens using tobacco started with a flavored product, and two-thirds of them only smoke for the flavor. Flavored tobacco is more common among younger people. 18 to 24-year-olds are 89% more likely to use flavored tobacco products than 25 to 34-year-olds. The effect of flavored cigarettes became so widespread and harmful that in 2006, RJR agreed to stop marketing them, but they still manufactured them and marketed through websites and emails. In 2009, flavored cigarettes were banned altogether. This led to an increase in the popularity of other flavored tobacco products, such as smokeless or spit tobacco, cigars, e-cigarettes, and little cigars. Tobacco companies also looked for loopholes in this agreement, such as little cigars and menthol cigarettes, the only legal flavored cigarette. Menthol cigarettes are especially popular among first-time smokers and make up 31% of the market, cool the throat so that the smoke is less harsh and are more addictive than regular cigarettes. 50% of 12 to 17-year-old smokers used a menthol cigarette their first time. Another popular flavored tobacco product is smokeless or spit tobacco. It is aggressively advertised towards kids with sweet, fruit, and dessert flavors. In an effort to decrease youth smoking, certain flavors that specifically described their taste were banned, but again, tobacco companies took advantage of loopholes by making vaguer and non-specific flavors, such as tropical fusion and jazz. We can stop the harm that these advertisements and companies do by educating children about the dangers of smoking from an early age, and by asking stores and magazines to ban tobacco advertisements. Stores should also avoid putting cigarettes near candy and toys or anywhere else where children are likely to notice them. We need to work hard to educate the next generation on the dangers of tobacco use.